一晩考える時間をやろう。配属を辞退した場合、他の部署に配属されることになるが、今ならデメリットはない。すべてはお前たち次第というわけだ。
However, the vice commissioner did imply that if even one of us decides to quit, the organization is going to fall apart.
なんだかとんでもない場所に回されたみたいだな。遊撃士の真似事か。そんなことをするために警察に入ったんじゃないんだけど。兄貴が所属してたのは確か捜査一課だったよな。大事件や政治的国際的な案件を一手に引き受けるエリート集団。やっぱり遠すぎるよな。他のみんなはどうするつもりなんだろう。あの3人警察学校も出てないみたいだし、いろいろ訳ありみたいだったけど、ちょっと話を聞いてみるか。
As I said, we need to talk to our party members, so let's explore the building, see who's here.
ランディの部屋だったな。さっきまで物を動かすような音が聞こえてきたけど。
Randy.
誰だ？
Randy.
ちょっといいかな。
ああ、いいぞ。遠慮なく入ってこいよ。
それじゃお邪魔するよ。
He's all settled in already.
あ、ようこそ俺様の城へ。お前さんの方も荷ほどきは終わったのか？
いや、まだだけど、どうやらランディはもう結論が出てるみたいだな。
ああ、配属を辞退するって話か。まあ、デスクワークは少なそうだし、気楽そうなのも性に合っている。職場と住む場所が一緒なのも楽で良さそうだし、このまま厄介になるつもりだぜ。
そうか。
お前の方はさすがに迷ってるみたいだな。せっかく取った捜査官の資格を無駄にしたくないってところか。
それもあるけどね。それ以上に目指している目標から遠ざかっていきそうな気がして。
目指している目標？
いやまあ、大したことじゃないんだ。
A protagonist with a goal?
そういえば、
Oh, damn.
ランディはどういう経緯でここに配属されたんだ？俺たちより年上だけど、警察学校は出てないんだよな。
I feel like lately I've been playing too many RPGs that have a silent protagonist that doesn't actually have any stake in the story beyond being at the right place at the right time and just being sort of saddled with plot. It's like now you have superpowers, time to solve the mystery and beat the bad guy.
ああ、その通りだが。
And even once like the Digimon Survive thing is basically people find themselves in a shitty situation and their goal is to survive the shitty situation. And that's as far as they go.
俺がここに配属された経緯ね。本当に聞きたい？
ああ、差し支えなければだけど。
そこまで言うなら仕方ねえ。実はな、女絡みのトラブルだ。
え？
いやー、前の職場で複数手を出したのがバレてさ。
The quill is the penis. I just want you to know this.
危うくクビになりかけたところをおっさんに拾ってもらったんだよ。
Just in case it wasn't clear.
これもエイドスのお導きってところかね。
Just in case it wasn't clear.
ランディの前の職場って？
ああ、クロスベル警備隊さ。帝国方面にベルガード門ってあるだろ。あっちの方に詰めていたんだ。
警備隊。そういうことか。 道理であんなハルバードを自由自在に振り回せるわけだ。
ま、国境付近の詰め所あたりじゃ訓練とパトロールくらいしかやることがなかったからな。その点クロスベル市勤務なら歓楽街とかにも行きたい放題だ。いやー、マジで警備隊を辞めて正解だったぜ。
まあ気持ちはわかるけど。
おっと、気が合うじゃない。いやさ、実は何軒か色っぽい姉ちゃんたちがいる店を見つけているんだよ。
Randy, no Randying.
正式にお仲間になったら一緒に遊びに繰り出そうぜ。お嬢は
Randy boy Randy.
お子様もお呼びじゃないし、男同士の付き合いってやつだ。
わかった。考えておくよ。
Randy, no horny. This must be a spare room. Well, no reason to mess with it now. Oh, hi, Chief. What's up, kid? I'll repeat it for you. It's well within your power to decline your assignment to the SSS. You already earned your detective qualification, so I imagine you'd just be reassigned to one of the investigative divisions. I recommend you spend the night tonight thinking it over. Actually, is there anything I can look at in his room? Guess not. Okay. Man, if this was the previous game, all the frigging... Is this a back entrance? Well, it's not like I need to go outside now anyway. If I was playing the earlier games, the Trails in the Sky games, like the camera would be a mess. The environments would look like shit because you'd have to be able to look at them from every angle. It's so much nicer. They're so much more stylized now that you can only... Now that you have a fixed camera position. This way it's outside, right? The weather looks so nice out there, but I should ask everyone else. Yeah, I should ask what everyone else thinks about all this first. Okay, at least they didn't voice everything in the game, which means that having it voiced means I have to do less reading, but at the same time it's voiced in Japanese. So anyone that just wants to chill and just listen in the background is kind of screwed if they want to understand anything. Oh wait, there was something on the rooftop, right? Phew. What a great view. Oh, are we getting to the part of the game that's not voiced anymore? Straight up. Or do you mean that this doesn't deserve it? Crossbow's really grown. The city where Uncle lives was by no means small, but compared to this, it doesn't hold a candle. I'm finally home, aren't I? Yeah. A cat? If you live here, I imagine you've been a tenant way longer than the special support section has. Sorry about barging into your home like this. Don't worry, I won't be long. You see, Cop the cat got voice acting. Making yourself right at home, aren't you? Then again, you probably lived here for quite some time.
ここは確かエリーの部屋だったな。
Ellie.
まだ寝てないといいけど。
Knock knock.
どなたですか？
ロイドだけど。
Interrupting cow. Interrupting cow. Moo!
今ちょっといいかな。
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to think of something funny to say, and that was the first thing that came to mind. Do you guys know any good knock knock jokes? Cause I sure don't.
うん、別にいいわよ。鍵は開いてるから入ってきて。
それじゃあお邪魔します。
どうぞ。
They really
なんとか片付けが終わってよかったわ。
they really made each room match the characters. They're really well stylized. I feel like the dorms in Cold Steel, like, they don't actually look all that different from each other. They have decorations, that's about it. Here, there's all the furniture.
そこに座ってくれる？今紅茶でも入れるから。
いや、お構いなく。しかしエリーも もう結論は出ているみたいだな。
ああ、配属を辞退する話ね。少し迷ったんだけど、ここで頑張ることに決めたわ。
そうか。
あなたの方はさすがに迷っているみたいね。でも無理もないと思うわ。この特務支援課だけど、正直無理がありすぎるもの。
無理がある？
話を聞く限り、いろんなしがらみや打算によってできた部署でしょ。組織としての合理性に欠けるし、目的も今一つはっきりしていない。これで成果が上がらなければ、予算の都合で本当になくなる可能性が高いんじゃないかしら。
Oh. Hi Spencer. Love this series. Should I buy the game from GameStop, Amazon, or digital? I tried to buy it from GameStop and spent $24 on Uber to only to find, thanks to a delay, they didn't have this game. I have $25 here, or should I buy it from Amazon, which have $20 gift cards, or should I just buy it digitally? I bought it on Steam. It's $40 there, which, yeah, the one thing about, I don't know if you can just get a gift card in there. I think Steam only does like physical gift cards for some reason, but that version does have the a digital art book and music collection included in the base price. Are you trying to get it on Switch maybe, or only on PC? Because if it's for Switch, I don't know what the best option would be, but
まあ、
if you ask me, if you love this series, Switch, okay. If you love this series, I think it's fine to just get it however you can. And just get to playing the game. Frankly, if you ask me, I've never been like too big on the distinction between physical and digital. I actually kind of hate like the Switch's digital games. Like cartridges are kind of annoying for me.
でもそこまで分かって。
Does the Switch version come with anything specific if you get the physical version, aside from the box?
何か理由でもあるのか？
そうね。いろいろな歪みを観察するには割と良さそうな場所だからかな。
Maybe a good way to see it for myself.
え？
You don't know. Okay. I mean, if you can get it for, if you can just get it on the digital version, I don't see why you wouldn't.
なんちゃって。
I guess you can check if.
多分私はずっと警察に勤め続けることはないと思うの。
I guess you can check if it comes with anything that you would want, and if there's something that you would really want, like maybe they have a special art book or something included. Like maybe it would be really nice to get a physical version. But if there isn't something like that, I don't think you can go wrong with the digital.
そういう意味ではここが出世コースから外れてもあんまり関係がないから。
Might be easier to hack some things in if you get it digitally.
そうなのか。
I don't know.
確かエリーは警察学校には行ってなかったんだよな。
Let me check something. Right, we're talking about Ellie's motivations for actually being here.
どういう経緯で？
I feel like characters get really well fleshed out in this game, so I'm really happy to just go through this.
ありていに言うと社会勉強ね。ちなみに入る時の試験は筆記と射撃だったんだけど、どちらも満点だったから断りきれなかったみたいね。
なんか聞けば聞くほど俺の場合とは違うような。
あら、あなただって新人で捜査官資格を取ったのは珍しいんじゃないかしら。
Have you played this game before, or would this be your first time going through the Crossbell arc?
やっぱり事情があるんでしょ。
それは
It's pretty much my favorite arc of the series, to be completely honest. Like, Trails of the Sky has a pretty nice story, but the first game is very heavy on the world building.
ここから先は正式な同僚になってからの方が良さそうね。
And it's also kind of rough, like Trails of the Sky. In terms of like, okay, it's sort of the first game in the series, and you can tell it's also kind of old. You can feel it if you play it, if you go play it now. Then Cold Steel's, I feel like it took a bit too much from Persona. I have like, the gameplay is pretty nice, and it's like, okay, the 3D models look a little bit scuffed. But the game is pretty fun to play. There are some things that it took from like the social link system and affinity with other characters that I kind of hate. But beyond that, it's pretty nice. This game, like, I feel like it strikes like a perfect balance between the old and the new. And I really love the story. It's like I actually played it before with the Geofront translation, which is what this is based on. I think they actually just purchased it and then worked it into the localization proper. And it was excellent at that time, so I'm actually looking forward to going through it again.
ああ、そうだな。
First time, okay. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it greatly. If you liked Sky and Cross Steel and Cross Steel, if you liked Trails of the Sky and Cold Steel, you'll definitely love this game.
悪い。気を使わせたみたいだ。
いえいえ。でも私個人の意見で言えばあなたがいてくれた方が嬉しいかな。
Wow, Ellie, are you coming on to me?
まあお互い新米だからまだまだなところもあったけど、今日だって慣れない状況でもリーダーとして頑張ってくれたし、指示も的確だったから私も安心してサポートできたもの。
そう言ってくれると助かるよ。ありがとう。話に付き合ってくれて。あとは自分なりに考えてみる。
うん、そうね。おやすみなさい、ロイド。
おやすみ、エリ。
That said, like, if you really want to play the game, I hope that I'm not like spoiling you by going through this way. I don't intend to like go into spoilers even if I played this game before, but even if this is all the intro, I would understand it if you would like to just go play the game. It was only our first day, but we were sure thrown right into it. I guess I'm a bit worn out. I'll probably turn in early once I'm done writing in my diary. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Good night, Ellie. That's one thing that I was a little... What is your favorite game in the series? It's actually kind of a toss-up between this one and Asher, which hasn't come out yet. I don't know about the ones that came after Cold Steel 4. I haven't played the newer ones. But I did get to play Zero and Asher, and they're really just my two favorite ones. I just like the characters so much, and I like the story a lot. And after that, it's probably Trails of the Sky second. The payoff for the story in that one is incredible, even if the game is a little rough at this point. And for Cold Steel, like, I love a lot of it, and then I have like major gripes with a bunch of story stuff and a bunch of the way that they handle characters. Like, for example, since there's like this affection system, and in every game you end up with one of the female characters, in the case for Cold Steel, like they do this Persona thing. Like, that's fine in a Persona game that just ends, right? And it usually doesn't have a sequel. In that game, since they have 4 sequels, they basically have to reset the romantic relationship that you had with every character to the start at every game. So basically, none of the characters had any interpersonal development between them, except for like petty rivalries and stuff. So yeah, Cold Steel kind of pisses me off in that sense, even if I like the gameplay and world building as well. But in terms of like story and gameplay stuff, probably this one, then second, and then Cold Steel for gameplay reasons. But for story reasons, I also end up liking Trails of the Sky 1 a bit better than most of it. And then Trails of the Sky the third is just sitting dead last because who cares about the characters in that game? They did set up some nice stuff for this game, though. Now, where was I? We still have to talk to one more character to progress this scene. This must be a spare room. Well, no reason to mess with it now. It's locked. This must be a spare room? Okay. So I think if we head down, we'll find our child genius, Tio Plato.
ティオ、何やってるんだ？
どうも、ロイドさん。見ての通り、端末のチェックをしていました。
Does you like Cold Steel 2 and 4? Yeah, I think the even numbers tend to be better because the odd numbers are set up for the most part. And then they set something up in the first one and then the second one gets all the payoff.
端末って、
That's fair.
あ、それのことか。
It's like I'm not gonna shame you if you like something I don't like. The games had their high points even if I have just gripes that I can't get over.
ZCF のカペルシステムを財団で改良した汎用端末です。警察本部から動力ネットワークを通じて情報を受け取ることが可能です。
え？ちょっと待て。いきなりわけがわかんないぞ。
Lloyd is a bit confused by the sudden introduction of the internet into the setting.
そうですね。ロイドさんは動力ネットワーク計画についてどこまでご存知ですか？
動力ネットワーク、雑誌の記事でたまに見るけど、ちゃんと理解はしていないな。確かエプスタイン財団が提唱してるとかなんとか。
元はエプスタイン財団とサイス中央工房が共同してスタートさせたプロジェクトです。
I'm trying to remember if this was mentioned in Trails of the Sky, the Orbital Network project.
今では主に財団によって進められていますが、
Because the SAIS Central Factory that was just mentioned was a location in the previous games.
その大規模な試験運用が現在このクロス
It
ベー
was?
スで進められているんです。
Man, I may need to replay the other games. I'm finding that my memory is a bit fuzzy.
まあ、これもその一環ですね。
That's gonna take forever. I probably wouldn't stream it.
よくわからないけど、結局のところどういうことをする計画なんだ？
はあ、要するに旧来の通信機を発展させた技術ということです。単に会話のやり取りをするだけでなく、演算能力を持った端末同士を結んで、こう分かりやすく言うと、
Oops.
そんなところです。
全然わかりやすくないんだが、要するに警察内部の連絡や指揮系統を効率化する装置ってところか。
まあ、この端末については間違いではないです。私の専門ではありませんが、端末の操作くらいはできますし、今後のことを考えると一応チェックしておこうかと。
そうか。その様子だとティオは配属を辞退するなんて考えてもいないみたいだな。いや、そもそも俺がティオくらいの年はまだ遊びたい盛りだ。
Let me know if there's anything wrong with the stream. This is something that happens every time I try to start a new game. I'm unsure if the audio mixing is all fucked up or not.
財団から出向したって話だけど、その無理やり働かされてるとかそういうわけじゃないんだよな。
Since we're able to have a conversation, I assume it's fine for the most part.
ね、まさか本当にそうなのか？どんな事情があってもそんなの我慢したらダメだぞ。俺でよかったらいくらでも力を貸すから。
落ち着いてください。別に強制されて働いているんじゃありません。
Lloyd is not down with child labor.
それどころか今回の出向はむしろ私がわがままを言わせてもらった結果です。
Definitely, definitely. I remember the first one I played was actually Cold Steel 1 and then Cold Steel 2. And I was thinking of going to Cold Steel 3, and then I just realized, wait, no. These things are going to be so... Like, I noticed, okay, there's other games, and there's this cliffhanger at the end of 2 that's just referencing stuff from this arc. And I'm like, this is going to be a nightmare if I go into 3 and 4 without knowing anything about it. So then I ended up buying 1, 2, 3 and going through all of them. And right around that time, the translations for this game and the next one were about to be finished, the fan translations. So I took the chance and I bought the Japanese versions and patched them, and I also played those. And I could lord it over people for a while. I was like, play these ones for the translation.
ここにいる理由がある。つまりはそういうことです。
I'm actually it's like I'm playing 3 and 4 and I actually know what's happening.
ロイドさんは人の心配をする前に自分の心配をするべきでは。
But I guess there were ways to get around it. I'm pretty sure there were some pretty nice video guides and stuff for things happening in the story.
ああ、
And I guess you can take a lot of it from context, like what happens in Cold Steel 2, 1 and 2. So I certainly didn't feel like I absolutely needed to know everything in this game to enjoy it.
そうだな。ティオの言う通りだった。ごめんな。差し出がましいことを言って。
But I definitely missed out on a bunch of little references and stuff about the setting that I didn't really start to understand until I played the other ones. Or they didn't sink in, like the way the countries sort of work and the troubles that each are facing, the organizations that exist, and so on. Lots of names of organizations that just flew right over my head, and then I saw them later in Sky and this.
ただ、あんまりお人よしなのは捜査官としてはどうかと。遊撃士と違って人を疑うこともしなくてはいけない仕事ですよね。
痛いところをついてくるな。やっぱり俺ってまだまだアマちゃんなのかな。
Yeah.
警察学校の訓練で徹底的に自分を鍛えたつもりだったけど。
It's like the Orbital Project, and even beyond that, just the names of the organizations doing stuff, like Epstein and the SACE, whatever.
でも確かにそれだけじゃ捜査官は務まらないだろうし。
It's like you're playing this and they mention the SACE Central Factory. You're supposed to be like, yo, we were actually here in a previous game. I was there. I know the people that work there.
ティオ
Tita might have touched this,
端末のチェックは一通り終わりました。
though she's mostly working with mechs, I guess, at this point.
明日、動力ケーブルの接続工事があるようなので、今日は早めに休みます。
そうか。おやすみ。ゆっくり休んでくれよ。
はい。それでは。
The music is excellent. I hope it carries through well. I need to have it low so that it won't overpower my voice, but
おやすみなさい。
it's definitely great.
3人ともちゃんと自分のやるべきことを
But I feel like
考えてるみたいだな。
I've never stopped to actually listen to
迷っているのは
like specific tracks. I mostly just enjoy them in the game.
こんばんは。
Oh, thanks for following. Look at Lloyd looking sad under the cats.
ダメだ。
Under the dancing cats.
少し外に出て 風に当たるか。
No, I appreciate it. I'm glad that I'm glad that you enjoy this kind of content, because I was kind of wondering if I might not be shooting myself in the foot trying to stream a long RPG again. It definitely motivates me to keep going.
ベルハイム。そっか。ここから見えるのか。今はもう別の人が入ってるんだよな。セシルネへの実家はさすがに残ってるだろうけど。そうだ。おばさんたちにも後で挨拶しておかないと。あれから3年。おじさん家で厄介になった後、警察学校に入って、がむしゃらに勉強と訓練をして、捜査官の資格も取ったけど、結局俺は捜査官になって何がしたかったんだ。君たちは。
いや、探しちゃったぜ。警察に行ったんだけど、兄ちゃんたちはいないって言うじゃんか。それでこの場所を教えてもらったんです。
I love that they keep reusing like NPC characters. Normally a game would just have like nameless boy that you saved or whatever.
ここが支援課ってところでいいんですよね。
Here everyone has a story.
ああ、
I'm glad you enjoy watching this.
どうしてわざわざ。
いやさ、
I feel like this setting, like this city, is particularly good for that because you end up recognizing most of the NPCs after a while with the way that it's laid out. I felt like in Sky and in Cold Steel, it was actually kind of annoying meeting random NPCs
ちゃんとお礼を言ってなかったと。
because in some ways the maps were larger and more spread out. So particularly in Sky, it was so annoying trying to get back and finding people that had new things to say.
お兄さんたちが
If you play that without a guide, you would miss so much shit.
僕たち二人とも大怪我をしてたと思います。だからもう一度お礼を言おうって。
The children are like thanking us, but like a bit earlier on the stream, I kind of had them die like 10 times and quit and reloaded the game trying to get a specific ending to the fight.
そっか。二人ともありがとな。こんな時間に訪ねてきてくれて。
Thanks, children. Be glad you don't know about the 10 dead children in other timelines.
まあ、アリオスさんと比べたらかなり頼りなかったけど、警察のおまわりにしたらなかなか見どころあると思うぜ。
I was like, I'm actually going through it with a walkthrough open just to check for any points where I need to make sure I'm not missing
これ
anything.
から頑張ればいいんじゃね。
Gotta get your mission points. Gotta find your hidden quests.
お礼を言いに来たのになんだか偉そうだよ。
Man, this kid sucks.
そうだな。これから精進すればいいか。そうだ。二人ともどこら辺に住んでるんだ。よかったら送っていくよ。
ああ、平気平気。西通りだからすぐ近くだしさ。
Hecky, hecky.
僕は住宅街の方だけど平気です。お姉さんたちにもよろしく伝えといてください。
Onesan, someone has a little crush, doesn't he?
ああ、伝えておくよ。二人とも
That's okay, I do too.
気をつけて帰れよ。
それじゃあさようなら。
I played Ys. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the numbers. 8 and 9 only. I've been thinking about going back to the old games, but I guess I just haven't made time for it. Out of those two, I definitely liked 8 more, though.
俺も単純だな。
And I'm just so sad that Dana isn't a character for the games anymore. And it's only in one of them. I really liked her.
あんなお礼一つでこんなに気分が晴れるなんて。要は自分自身の気持ちの持ち方次第か。
いいか、ロイド。
Every time I consider how I want to play the Ys games, I always just get stuck on trying to figure out like where I should start. Like beyond 8 and 9. Because people tell me, oh, start the series with those two. They're the modern ones. If you like those, you'll probably figure out if you want to play the rest or not. And then I'm looking at the rest and it's like... what's the order they're supposed to go in? They have numbers, but the story happens at random, like... The story is all scrambled anyway, apparently. I should just go straight for Ys 1 and 2 and figure it out from there. To be a man, you have to... da, 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 da.
そうすりゃ、てめえが何をしたいか見えてくるはずだ。
うん。そうだよな。まずはぶつかってみないと何もわからないか。
With Ys, I guess the stories do feel like more self-contained, which is,
通信機のベル。
I don't know, a bit of a shame. Like, one of the things that attracted me to this series is just how expansive it is. And I guess they do some world building in Ys itself, but every time they start to go over it and they start saying the country names, I kind of groan a little bit. Like countries and continents, and it's just the same name and a lot of like the political and geographical situations as countries in our real world. Just switched, just one letter switched in the name to make it legally distinct or something. It makes me a bit sad when I look at it. But that's like, I guess I can ignore that and just play for the actual story in those games. That's my impression after having gone through just 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, someone's getting excited.
セシルねえか。
Cecil ne. Cecil sis. Okay.
警察の方に連絡したらこちらの番号を教えてくれたの。特務支援課だったかしら。そういう部署に配属になったのね。
いや、まだ正式じゃないけどさ。それよりもごめん。本当はすぐにでもセシル姉に挨拶しに行きたかったんだけど。
気にしないで。私の方こそあなたを駅まで出迎えるべきだったのに。
それこそ気にしないでよ。仕事忙しいんだろ。休暇が取れた時でもいいからさ。
ロイドが冷たい。せっかく3年ぶりに再会するお姉ちゃんに対してなんてそっけないのかしら。
ああ、もうなんとか時間を作るからさ。それとおばさんたちには明日にでも挨拶しに行くよ。
I'm trying to remember if the original version of this game had voice acting. I really don't remember.
そうね。
Maybe I should boot it up just to check. I was really surprised when I saw it at the start, and there's a lot of it too.
お母さんたちもロイドのことをすごく心配してたから。でも
ただいま。セシルね。
I also kind of prefer the Trails games because the protagonist is usually a human being, while Adol is just silent. And he has a bit of a personality, of course, but I feel like I played too many silent protagonist games, and I'm just a
お
bit
かえりなさい。ロイド。
tired of it. It's your adventure man here to do the video game, and that's about it.
さて、返事を聞かせてもらおうか。
俺は問題なし。このまま厄介になりますよ。
Oh, so you're in college? Okay. I didn't get to play 13 Sentinels. Like, I keep hearing people say that it's incredible, and I'm just wondering when I'm gonna get the chance to put the time in.
っていうか、俺を警察本部に引っ張ったのはあんたでしょうが。
Okay, that sounds interesting. I also like used some video games for some papers and poems in a creative writing class, but
なんなら一家あたりに推薦したっていい。
yeah, just go for it. I mean, it might just be great material.
連中もお前の戦闘力なら欲しがるかもしれねえしな。
うげえ、ごめんこむりますよ。
So what he's saying? The first division. Okay, they want someone who can fight.
警備隊暮らしならまだしも、ギスギスしたところはちょっとね。
エリーの方はどうだ。
So if you don't mind me asking, what are you studying? Or it's like or is this like for an elective class or a writing class?
私もこのままこちらでお世話になります。セルゲイ課長、改めてよろしくお願いします。
ま、お前に関しては俺も予想外だったけどな。本部のお偉いさんはこの課を安全な雑用係と思って推薦してきたんだろうが、当然そんな甘いもんじゃないのは覚悟してるだろうな。
ええ、それはもう密度の濃い仕事ができるのを今から期待しています。
I love Ellie. So straightforward, straight-laced.
ティオはまあ聞くまでもないが。
ええ、最初からそういう約束でしたし。それより今日の午後、動力ケーブルの配線工事があるそうです。
Girl Genius to you.
端末のセッティングは私に任せてもらっても。
Ever reliable.
元よりそのつもりだ。さてと。
Randy ever reliable to be horny.
お前だけか。ロイド・バニングス。警察学校のカリキュラムを座学、訓練ともに優秀な成績で終了。
Mr. Protagonist, do you agree to play the video game? Will you engage in this gaming?
そのまま捜査官試験に挑戦し、見事これに合格した。正直、うちには不釣り合いなくらい、まっとうすぎる人材だ。お前ならどの課に行ってもそれなりにやっていけるだろう。うちが手放したら引き取りたいって話もいくつか来てるしな。迷う余地はないんじゃねえか？
いいえ、いろいろ考えた上で決めました。セルゲイ課長、これからよろしくお願いします。
ロイド。
なんだよ、つまらんな。もう少し悩みまくるのを期待してたんだがよ。
ですね。
まあいい。今日一日は全員休暇という形にしてやる。
Social justice issues in the world.
地獄のように忙しくなる前の。
Okay. I'm scared of asking what specifically about it you want to tie to the game for spoilers in case I do get around to playing it. But yeah, I hope it works well. I hope you get a lot of material out of it.
ティオ、端 末のセットだけは頼んだぞ。
ええ、了解です。
おっと、そういや忘れてたな。改めてロイド・バニングス、
Loido Bannings.
はい。
エリー・マクダエル、
はい。
ランディ・オルランド、
うっす。
ティオ・フラト
はい。
本日丸9〇〇をもって以上4名の配属を承認した。ようこそ特務支援課へ。バラエティ豊かな仕事を山ほど回してやるから楽しみにしてるといい。
Hey. As initial investigation expenses, the team received 1,000 Mira.
天に増します我らがエイドスよ。御身のもとへ向かう魂のため、天の門を開きたまわらんことを。
信じられないぜ。あの元気の塊みたいだったやつが。可愛い恋人もいて、そろそろ結婚かと思ってたのに。どうしてこんなことに。
くそ、警察は何をやってるんだ。身内が殺されたんだろ。また迷宮入りにするつもりかよ。
確かご両親は亡くされてるのよね。弟さんどうするのかしら。
大丈夫？ロイド、無理したらダメよ。あまり寝ていないでしょ。
セシル姉こそいろいろ手伝ってもらってごめん。本当なら俺が一人で片付けなきゃいけなかったのに。
水臭いことを言わないで。家族同然の付き合いじゃない。それにガイさんのことは私にとっても。
セシルね、
ごめんね。一番辛いのはロイドなのに。これから大変だと思うけど遠慮なく頼ってちょうだいね。あなたが独り立ちするまでちゃんと見守らせてもらうから。
我ながらガキだったんだな。素直に頼ればよかったのに変な意地を張ったりして。兄貴、ただいま。今まで顔を見せなくてごめん。少し意地を張ってたみたいだ。でも俺帰ってきたから兄貴と同じ捜査官としてクロスベルに戻ってきたから一人前には程遠いし、なんか変な部署に配属されちゃったけど、ま、なんとか頑張るからせいぜい見守っててくれよな。
さて、改めて今日から初仕事というわけだが。
Okay, so Lloyd has a backstory. That was a very, very nice scene. Very nice music in the background too.
まあ何はともあれ改めて説明を補足しておこう。ロイド、捜査手帳を出せ。
And now we're getting right back into it.
はい。
警察門が入った黒手帳か。なんだかそれっぽい感じだよな。
確か警察官としての身分証明にもなるんですよね。
まあその他にもいろんな注意や説明事項をまとめている。戦術オーグメントの説明なんかも載ってるから参考にするといい。
We were checking that before. It shows how to get all the magic spells.
だがこいつの最大の目的は 操作状況の記録と確認にある。
I don't need that. I have a I have a walkthrough for that.
操作状況。
ロイド、説明しろ。
はい。警察学校で習ったところだな。警察の規則ではどんな捜査任務にも記録をつけることになっているんだ。捜査任務を受けてからそれを進めている間の状況をこの捜査手帳にメモしていく。
I mean, this is what you would use if you didn't have a walkthrough to figure out where to go and what to do.
それをもとに報告が行われるし、勤務査定や特別手当も。
It's usually fairly good at directing you, but there are certain occasions where it's a bit iffy what you need to do, and sometimes the most optimal solution doesn't get really presented in here. In a similar way on how some quests are hidden and you can't actually find them normally except by talking to a random NPC in the world. The notebook can't help you all the time.
だからなるべく細かく簡潔にメモする必要があるってわけさ。
But if you're just going through the game casually and you don't want to like get all the missables and stuff like that, this is good enough.
なるほど、合理的ね。
But when you realize how much stuff you missed, it's kind of hard to go back to not using a guide.
結構めんどくさそうだな。
ま、基本はそんなところだ。
Like the first game I played in the series called Steel 1, I did it without a guide, and then later on I realized, wow, I missed out on so much, so many items, so many collectibles, so much dialogue, so many missions. And the game finished and it was fine, but afterwards I was looking at the missed content and I was like, wow, maybe I should replay it.
しかし、この特務支援課では
Which I guess is what they want you to do. But I don't have that much time to be replaying games right after finishing them.
正規の捜査任務以外にも支援要請ってのがあるからな。ティオ、用意を頼む。
Tio, please explain side quests to us.
はい。皆さん、こちらへ。
ああ、おとといの。
確か動力ネットワークにつながっている端末だったかしら。
はい。昨日のうちにセッティングしました。基本、常時起動したままで、ログオンするとこの画面になります。
なんか文字が出てきたな。
ここにその支援要請が。
ああ、正規の任務以外の各方面からの依頼が届けられる。市民や観光客からの頼み事、
Let me see
ク
that.
ロスベル市からの協力要請など、さまざまな依頼が考えられるだろう。
Operating system Skylight XD Professional. Skylight instead of Windows? Okay, sure. I just realized that. Processor AOD Marathon 64 processor. C Skylight. Okay. Exact X version. Is that DirectX EX setup first? No BIOS or system model. What do you mean it doesn't have a BIOS? Okay, sure.
必ずしもやる必要はない。が、放っておけば
I appreciate that it's Skylight instead of Windows.
助けられてしまう内容ではある。
なるほどな。
It's time to steal the Bracer's work.
遊撃士協会への高い評価を少しでもこちらに持ってくる。つまりそういうことですね。
ま、ビビたるもんだろうがな。それ以外にも本部が忙しい時に手伝いに借り出されることもあるだろう。市内の巡回パトロールとか、どうでもいいデスクワークとかな。
マジかよ。
ま、それはともかく。もう支援要請はこの端末に来ているんですか？
おっと、それじゃ自分で確認してみろ。確認した支援要請は操作手帳にメモしておけよ。
了解です。
And we got control back. Okay. So let's take a look at the quests, and we just got the one, urgent. Hello everyone, congratulations on being appointed to the new special support section. As a first order of business, allow me to give you a rundown on submitting reports for all your assignments. Please come by the reception desk at the CPD. Sorry to trouble you, Rebecca, reception desk. I thought it said urgent. Okay, now it's medium. Quest support request explanation started.
なんだ、どっちかというと業務連絡の類みてえだな。とりあえず警察本部に行っていろいろ説明を受ければいいのか。
ああ、そうみたいだ。でも動力ネットワークか。なんとなく
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Oh no.
通信機と違って声以外に画像や文字情報も送れるのね。
Wouldn't it be funny if in the later games the Orbital network is just expanded to the point where we have it right now, and characters actually just find the nonsense meme cringe side of the internet, and they're like, it used to be nice, and now we can't look at it anymore. We can't show it in the video game anymore. Put a streamer in the newer games. Put someone whose only job is to stream. They already had a video game, so they might as well.
早速お前たちにはそこに来ている支援要請を達成してきてもらおうか。
了解しました。その後は何をすればいいんでしょうか。
好きにしろと言いたいところだが、本部での説明の後、正式な支援要請が何件か入ってくるはずだ。
Man, I can't wait for Reverie to be actually localized. I'm so glad that they're actually starting to translate newer games. Still gotta wait for next year though.
そうだな。最初だし、本部への手前もあるから、一つくらいはこなしておけ。そうすりゃ、そこまで嫌味を言われることはねえだろう。
そういう問題なのか。
それとロイド、ついでに街案内でもしてやれ。
街案内ですか？
これから自分たちが守る街がどういった場所なのか。そうそう、出てすぐのところにある武器紹介とオーバルストアだけは訪ねておけよ。警察官としてやっていくなら今後とも世話になるはずだ。
なるほど。了解です。
俺は大抵そこの部屋にいるが、昼寝やら雑誌を読むので忙しい。あんまり当てにしないで、なるべく自分たちで解決しろ。そんじゃあな。
This is a good boss. No micromanaging.
ちょっと。
おいおい、いい加減なおっさんだな。
大丈夫なのか。
There goes our hero. Look him as he goes.
先行き不安ですね。
まあ、とにかく俺たちの初仕事だ。一通り市内を回りながら支援要請を片付けよう。最初だから焦っても仕方ない。確実にやって感じをつかんでいこう。
ええ、そうね。了解です。
そんじゃま、行きますか。
When you inspect the terminal at the SSS and choose Check Requests, a list of available support requests is displayed. The support requests are completely optional, but completing them earns you Myra and DP, meaning they're not optional. We have to do all of them. Okay. Stream has been going for 3 hours now. So, yeah, usually that's about as long as we make them. So I think I'm just gonna save. And this pretty good point to stop. We're starting a new day. We're getting our side quests for the day. And next time on the next stream, I'm probably gonna have to familiarize myself a bit with the walkthrough. I'm gonna have to figure out what are the missables, so I'm not checking stuff every 5 seconds on my phone.